All right, the woman accused of making a fake 911 call before the death of rapper Young Scooter has been granted a $7,500 bond. Right now, Demetra Spence remains behind bars in a Fulton County jail. In addition to the bond, the judge ordered Spence to stay away from the scene and witnesses. Atlanta police say they just could not confirm the reports made on the 911 call. Spence was arrested after being identified as the 911 caller. The caller claimed that there were armed men at their home in Lakewood Heights, and say she saw a naked woman being dragged inside. The Fulton County medical examiner says young Scooter's, whose real name is Kenneth Bailey, died from an injury to his leg, which likely he got from trying to jump a fence. Bailey's family released a statement saying, in part, young Scooter was more than just a hip hop artist. He was a phenomenal father and mentor to a lot of Atlanta's youth. Here now to examine the case is former Fulton County prosecutor Daryl Cohen. He's also he's currently a criminal defense attorney. Welcome back to the show, Daryl.
Good morning. Thanks so much. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Give us your initial take on this bizarre case.
It is so bizarre that it's unthinkable, but I want you to be aware that I also was a victim of swatting after I did a piece for you guys. So I'm well familiar with it. What happens? Somebody makes a call, says there's a terrible crime taking place at this particular address. The police normally respond in force, because if it's that bad, they're going to be there in force to try and stop it. And what happens? Here, the police arrived. Two gentlemen left through the back door and ran. Why they ran, we may never know. But as a result of them running, we have one person deceased because he ran, he hurt himself or cut his foot, cut his leg on a fence, and he died. This is what makes it terrible. Not the fact that there's a phone call, who cares, no big deal. But when that phone call turns into a law enforcement presence, when that phone call turns into someone or some people, in this case, running, some people can get hurt, they can get murdered, they can get killed, and in this case, someone was obviously killed as a result of that swatting call. And by the way, it's not only a felony in Georgia, it is also a felony in the United States. There's a federal law about swatting as well.
How severe can the penalties be with this?
They can be several years in prison.
Wow.
And I think what happens is most people who make these calls don't think about it. It's just, I'm going to get even, I'm mad, I'm unhappy, whatever it may be. And they don't think about tomorrow and tomorrow's tomorrow. It's the law of unintended consequences. And as a result of that, they get arrested, they get indicted, they get prosecuted, and at some point they enter a plea of guilty, or they are going for a trial by jury. And in all likelihood, they'll be found guilty, and then they're looking at incarceration.
So tell us, if you were the prosecution on this case, how would you approach it?
I would, one, look at the victim, he's dead. I would, two, look at the defendant and see, does she have a previous record? Is she 19, 20, 25, 40, whatever it may be? Does she have a record of doing anything else? If this is what I call an OTO, or one time only, I would prosecute her and probably recommend a little bit of jail time, a month, 2 months, 3 months, and that's it. But if she has a record for doing anything else that's really out of what she should be doing, whatever that record may be, then I would increase my recommendation. But you don't want the recommendation to be so high as to ask for a trial by jury, because that takes up so much time, and in this type of situation, it ought to be worked out.
Quickly, give me your perspective from
this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This is what this is all about after the death. You want to send a message to people. You don't do this.
Gotcha.
I don't care how upset you are. I don't care how mad you are or how cute you think it is. It isn't.
Give me your take from the defensive side, right? If you were the defense attorney, how would you handle it?
I would say to her, KYD, BMS, keep your damn big mouth shut. Let me do the talking. I would say she didn't mean anything by it. She was upset. Maybe that was her ex-boyfriend. Maybe she just was unhappy. She didn't mean for anything bad to happen. She wanted to teach them a lesson. So let's mitigate it. And I would bring it down. I would have people in her behalf testifying if necessary, providing statements otherwise, saying she's a good person. She just made a mistake.
Gotcha. All right.
So I'd minimize it.
Gotcha. Attorney Darrell Cohen, thanks for joining us, giving us that insight. Really appreciate it.